What's going on, producers? We are going to talk about two simple and smooth passing chords that you can use in your chord progressions that's gonna make your productions more poppin'. And make sure you stay to the end because I'm gonna give you a third one as a bonus that's a little bit more advanced, but extra saucy. To demonstrate how we can use these two chords, let's use this chord progression as an example, and we're gonna plug that passing chord in where you see the question mark, and I'll explain why we wanna put it there. So here's how the progression sounds. And then we go back to the A minor, right? Why do we want to use a passing chord there at the end of the chord progression? Well, it's very simple. Music is all about tension and release. And we need to build tension so that we can release that tension and resolve that tension. And that's what allows you to tell a story through your music and through your chord progressions specifically. So if I know I'm coming back to this A minor and that's the start of my loop, I want to have the chord that comes before it bring me right back into it in a way that feels like the A minor is a resolve. This A minor is my resolution, and so therefore I need a tension so I can get back into this resolution. And there's two really easy ways to create that tension going back into that A minor or going back into that resolution. And here is passing chord number one. We're gonna approach that A minor chord from a diminished chord a half step below. So if we plug a G sharp diminished chord in there, you're gonna notice it has a really strong pull bringing us back to this A minor. Let's check that out. It's like as soon as I hit that chord, it's like you were waiting for it to finally come back around. So again, all we do is approach it from a half step below as a diminished chord and bring it to one. Now way number two is gonna be also very simple. We approach it from a half step above and we drop down into it. But this time what we're gonna do with the half step above is instead of making it a diminished chord, we're gonna make it a nice friendly major 7 chord and then bring it back down. So you'll notice this one still has some tension. It's not as strong, it's more of a friendly tension, but it's still gonna have that pull because of that half step dropping back into that A minor. Let's check it out. You see how it feels like you can sit on that one just a little bit longer. Right? It's that half step movement that really does it nicely. So as you can see, those are two really easy ways to get some tension into a resolution. Just find whatever your target chord is, which is usually the first chord of the loop, and approach it from a half step below, or approach it from a half step above. Or one of the really cool things is we could do both at the same time. And we can make our chord progression even longer. It doesn't have to be the same 4-bar loop every single time. Then we go above. So you see how that gives our chord progression some variety as the song moves forward. You can do it like this, and that creates an 8-bar loop, or maybe for the verse sections, you can do the top line, and then for the chorus section, you can do the bottom line. Those kind of decisions are really up to your creativity, but using these options gives you more variety. Now there's another variation that we could put on this tension that approaches from a half step above, and that's the third chord that I wanted to show you today. Instead of playing this as a major 7 chord, what we can do is we can actually play it just as a dominant 13 chord. The is a dominant 13 chord? Really cool, right? So how am I playing that there? Well, I'm still playing B flat in the bass, but what this hand is doing is I'm playing A flat, C, D, and G. And this is something that I like to call a Lydian grip. This is based off the grip system. And so this is not necessarily a chord, it's more so a shape. And when I think about this as a shape and I put it over this B flat, it immediately gives me the dominant 9-13 sound. I don't need to know what the dominant 7 is, what the 9 is, what the 3 is, what the 13 is. Just by knowing this shape, it kind of gives it to me already, and it gives me that smooth voice leading that I can then resolve down. Or I can even resolve into major. And so if you notice, every single one of these chords actually, I'm playing them with 4-note shapes. With single bass notes on the bottom. And that's what the grip system allows you to do. It allows you to get some really, really nice harmony without wrecking your brain over the theory. So if you want a faster way to get this nice, thick, lush harmony, check out the link in the description below so you can watch my free grips masterclass where I break this down for you in detail. So there you have it. Those are your 3 tension chords. Diminished from below, major 7 from above, dominant 7 from above. If you like this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. I'll see you next time.